Hello, good evening, everyone. Hello, I am audible.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Okay, so any questions or any doubts from your side? If anyone has, you can tell me. Okay, just a quick recap what we did last time. Can anyone tell? Yes, Pawan.
We learned about LOD levels and what's the detail of LOD
Okay,
and ISO related and level of beams.
level of.
Level of beams.
Okay,
Beam levels.
beam levels. Yeah, beam levels. You can say.
Yeah, beam levels.
Okay, and anything else remaining? Ajay.
Uh,
So we learned about beam history and beam levels like level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3,
Okay,
etc. And also you said about LOD, level of development, and also
and what was the
population.
new term? What was the new term in replacement for LOD? Yes, can anyone tell me what was the new term in place of LOD?
LOI.
LOI or LOIN? And are we going to say it LOIN? It was a level of information need. Okay, we are not going to use any shortcuts for that, as I told in the lecture. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah. So from today, we'll be starting with AutoCAD first. Okay, we'll be looking at the interface. Now, what will be the procedure? How we'll go through the lectures? See, I'll be taking the lectures. In that, I'll be explaining the overall thing, whatever we are going to have in today's lecture. Your work is to, after I finish my lecture, you'll have to practice it. Whatever I have told in the lecture, you'll have to look the lecture once more again. Okay, you have to practice it, and whatever your doubts are there, you have to ask me in the classes. Okay, so you'll be not working simultaneously. So when I am teaching, you can ask doubts at that time as well. If you're not understanding a particular concept or this, I can repeat it there and there itself. So if you are facing any problems, like you're not able to understand whatever concept I have told, you can ask me over there. And whatever your doubts are there of the before day, we can take it on the next day at the start of the session or at the end of the session. Okay, hope this is clear for everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so let's start today from the AutoCAD. Now I would like to know how many of you have worked on AutoCAD or are working on the AutoCAD currently. Yes, answer fast. Okay, Nivedita, Pavan. Anyone else working or worked on the AutoCAD? Shubham is there. Ajay, Fahad. Okay, yeah, we'll be going through mostly the basics of the AutoCAD. So, if you have worked or are working, you might feel this are too much basic lectures. Okay, but as there are some people may not have worked any time on the AutoCAD, or it might be that they might have learned in their college days and have forgot right now. So don't worry, we'll be going through each and every basics like interface, then how to draw tools, modify tools, all those basics we'll be going. And we'll be learning the all AutoCAD in basics, because our main focus for the AutoCAD is understanding the plans and different types of commands. Whatever commands are there, we'll be more focusing on the commands instead of having projects in the AutoCAD. Okay, so let's start for today. That will be interface of AutoCAD. Now, learning AutoCAD is very much easy because getting started, okay, not just learning about it, but getting started in AutoCAD is very much easy because in your typical day-to-day work, you'll observe that 95% of your AutoCAD drafting time is spent only on 5% of the available commands. So what I mean to say by this is that when you're working on day-to-day basis on AutoCAD, you'll observe that you're just using 5% of the total software commands on daily basis, okay, for your work. So any person might be there, draftsman might be there, or an architect might be there. According to his needs, he works only on the 5% of the command of the complete software, okay. So it is very easy to get started and continue working on the AutoCAD. That is not a big issue. Now coming over here, first we'll be looking at what is the user interface of this. So when I go to the start, this is the start window that you are having at the when you open the software. This is the start window you're having. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the start window that you get. You can see I have AutoCAD 2020. Now in this, first we have a start drawing. So if you click on this, a new drawing will be open. After that, we have some open files option, open a sheet set, get more templates, explore sample drawings we are having. We have recent documents over here, and you can change how this documents can look. So if you want the names, you can just have a names, or if you want images of that, so what you have been working on, you can see the images as well, or you can have both images as well as the names side by side. So this way you can have it. To the left of it, we have a learn section. You can access from here or here. Just click on learn, and you can see some getting started videos are available over here. So to the user interface, what are 2D objects, modify 2D objects, all these things are there. So if you want, you can go through this, but I'll suggest after our course you can just go through this. Some of the things may be cleared to you, some of the things may not be clear from this videos, okay. So coming back to the create option, now when you come over here, you say a templates option. So if I drop down this, you can see over here templates. Now can anyone tell me what are templates in general? Yes, Fahad, can you tell me? Not with respect to only AutoCAD, but what are templates in general? Nivedita, can you answer that? Okay, base file you can see. Anything else? Okay, so templates are
It,
basically, yeah, anyone wants to answer?
it's a form.
It's a form, yeah, you can say form, but a perfect thing would be a pre-customized or a pre-configured settings, okay, of any file. It might be a Word document, it might be a, let's say, a PowerPoint document. Okay, you have templates, you get the templates of it, right? So you have certain kinds of pre-configured settings for it. Similar, AutoCAD over here, you're having pre-configured settings, okay, or you can say pre-customized. Why we customize it before? Only because we are going to use this again and again, and we want that. I don't want to waste my time every time changing that particular settings, okay. So that is why we are having at the start only, we open it, we change the settings, and we save it as a template format. So whenever I start a project, I can just immediately come and open that template and use it in the project, okay. So that is why we are having templates that are pre-configured settings. Now you can see over here, no template metric, no template imperial. Can anyone tell me what is difference between metric and imperial? Yes, what is the difference between metric and imperial, Shubham?
Hmm?
What is the difference between metric and imperial?
It's unit.
Okay, so in metric, what units are there? In imperial, what units are there?
Metric means meter SI, that are SI units, and imperial. I don't.
Yeah. So imperial will be feet and inches, and your metric units will be centimeters, millimeters, or meters. Okay. So these are your settings. So if I open no template metric, you don't get any particular settings in that. And if I click on F7, so your graph will be enabled. So you can see over here a graph of it. So over here, this is your no metric template. Now what customizations you can have, that depends. So throughout this AutoCAD, when we are going through the course, you will understand what different type of things are there and what you can configure first only. Now things are like units are there. Okay, so this you can configure first only and save it. You can configure what type of sheets you are going to have over here. Okay, according to your company needs, there might be some kind of sheets. Okay, so templates are very much important. Okay, any companies have their own templates made for their employees. Okay, so every time the employee doesn't have to come and may go on making the changes, or he doesn't have to have his own settings. Okay, he should use whatever the settings have been used throughout the company. So making templates is also a job. Okay, for some people are just based on that only, they make templates and sell it. So while making templates, there are many settings in Revit. This kind of job are there. Okay, where a person has to work on just creating the templates. So over here, if we come, so we have different kinds of settings. So you can just have this draw tool somewhere else also. I can have it over here. Okay, so this is something different kinds of settings can be there according to your workflows, whatever your workflow is there in the company. These are the kind of settings that we have, and it can form a template. Now you can save this file as a template. So if you drop this down, over here you have a save as option, and you can save it as a drawing template. Now the file format is very important. I want you to remember the file formats and throughout the course. Okay, so the drawing template file format is .dwt, and the drawing, that is your AutoCAD drawing format, is .dwg. Okay, so please remember this formats when we are working. Okay, because in interviews your questions will be based on the file formats also. As I told you, due to the open beam concept, there is a lot of need of file formats knowledge as well. So that is why please remember the file formats. Now over here, if you come, we have different kinds of things. So this is an ribbon. Over here we have quick access toolbars. We have over here view cube. We have over here layouts option. We have over here file tabs. Okay, all this, what are this called, we have to see this. So what we'll do is we'll start from the left corner and end on the right corner with looking some or the other overview of this. Later on in the next stages we'll go into the details of everything, but at this stage right now we'll be seeing an overview of all the things and what are they called as. So just a quick diagram I will show you. Okay, so these are your things what they are called as. So you have this as application menu. This is quick access toolbar, ribbon, info center, view cubes, navigation bar, status bar, command palette, or you can say command prompt as well. We'll see why this is known as command prompt as well. So layout tabs are there, UCS icon we are having, properties palette is there. So right now you don't see properties palette. How we can get that properties palette? File tabs are there, application menu we are having. Okay, all these things we are going to see. So let's start. The first thing that you are having is here this application menu. In this application menu, you can see first the recent documents. So if you come over here, you can change how this recent documents are going to look. So you can change the icons of it if you want small icons. So you can have in the names over here and this small icon. If you want large icons, we can have like this, or large images if you want, or small images you want, so you can have that as well. So you can customize according to your requirement how you want it. Over here you can just click on open. You can see all the open documents over here, current open documents whatever are there, and these are your recent documents. After that you have new file options. If you want to start a new drawing, so you can just go and select a drawing, or you can select a template file. After that you have open options over here, save as. See, interface, most of the AutoCAD Autodesk softwares you will see the interface is very much common, so that is why we are discussing. If you are understanding this right now, the others will be also pretty much easy for you to understand. That is our Revit. Import and export options, then publish options. We have over here printing options, drawing utilities if you want to give drawing properties, units. Okay, all this over here. DWG comparison, purge option. Purge is to remove the objects that are not used at all. So let's say there are some layers or there are some blocks that you have not used in the entire project, and that is taking your space. Okay, so your file size is increased due to that. So you can just use purge option, and using that purge option, all the unnecessary things can be removed from your file. Over here, of course, you have the close current drawing or close all drawing options. If you click on options over here in the application menu, you get more options to configure. So we have the first files, where the files can be. Okay, display option, if you want color theme, let's say light color theme, you can just apply over here. You can have this light color theme, dark color theme. So mostly configuration of your graphical user interface, of your software use. Okay, all this. So we have crosshair size, we have xref display. So we have to learn what are all these things, then you can understand what things are mentioned over here. Arc and circle smoothness, segments and curve lines. Okay, open and save options. So automatically if you want the file to be saved, so automatic saves option is available over here. So 10 minutes between each saves. Okay, so automatically it saves the file, you don't have to go for it. So save as option is there. What do you want this to be saved as? 2018 file, 2020, whatever the file format you want, you can save over here. Plot and publish options we are having. System options, so graphic performance, your current system pointing device, user preferences, drafting of this. Okay, so these are also your settings only. Okay, and this settings can be saved as a type of profiles. So what are grip sizes, what are pick box sizes, 3D modeling if you want xyz axis, or you want an ez, or you can use custom labels also. So you can see abc, this kind of things also you can use that as your coordinate system. So you can have abc coordinate system instead of xyz. Okay, based upon your preference of working. Drafting, what should be the snap marker size, aperture size, all these settings you can just change, and after that save it as a profile. So many people might be working on a single pc, so they can just come over here, use their profile, and click on apply. The settings whatever you make always will be applied together. So this is what you are having in the options. After this options, you are having a quick access toolbar over here. So this is known as quick access toolbar because you can quickly just come over here and use it. Now this can be customized. Okay, you can customize the quick access toolbar. So over here you can see there is no save option. Let's say you want to have save options again and again. So bring this down, and over here you have certain kind of options available. So new, save as, layers, match properties, plot preview, properties, render, all these options are available. That is your quick access toolbar. So if I click on save, you can see a save symbol is added over here. Okay, that is what is quick access toolbar. But let's say you don't want anything from this, and you want your own commands in the quick access toolbar. So you can come to click on more commands, and over here you have the options for it. So you can choose any option that you want from this kind of command list. So you can see how long this command list is. This many commands are there in the AutoCAD. Okay, so all this command list are available. If you use certain kinds of thing frequently, and that too not with a shortcut but by clicking it, so you can just choose from here and use it in the quick access toolbar. After that, we have a cascading menu bar. So what is a cascading menu bar? So if I click on show menu bar, you can see over here a menu bar appears. Okay, so file, edit, view, insert. So all these options are over here. So what are these options? Nothing but if you click on file, you get all the options that were available in the application menu. Okay, so if I click on file, you can see new, open, attach, import, save as, all the options that were available in the application menu. If I go to edit, now you can see in the edit options we are having. If I go to view, you are having view options, insert options, format, tools. Okay, we are having over here tools, so workspaces, all this. Now if I go to draw, you get, can you see over here the draw ribbon? So all the options that are available in the draw are similarly available over here. So modeling is for the 3D parts, and over here the line, ray, construction line, multi-line. You may see all these options we cannot see over here. Actually, when we drop down this, we have more options. Now, if you pin this, you can see all these options. So ray option is also over here only. So you can see ray, construction line, points, all these options are available over here. So the same thing is available in this draw also. So you can see over here draw, line, ray, construction line, multi-line, polylines. So the same thing is there in the cascading menu bar. So this is known as cascading menu bar, and this can be enabled from the quick access toolbar, that customization option. So if you drop down this, you can see hide menu bar, and that menu is gone. If anyone has any questions up till here, you can ask. Yes, does anyone have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll move forward. So after that, we have having a info center. Now, what is this info center? Info center gives an update about what your licenses is there. So if I go over here, right now I can see my account details. So whatever names I have for the Autodesk and this, whatever sign in is there, whatever ID is there, so I can see it over here. Okay, so from here you can get you can manage your licenses, you can sign out of your accounts, whatever your account, AutoCAD account. Of course, you might be knowing that we have to purchase this licenses. After that only you can have this. And one more thing is that if you come over here, we have certain kind of search option available over here. So you can see search option is available in the application menu bar. So if I type over the line, I get everything related to the line over here. Okay, whatever is available in the AutoCAD itself. So that I get over here for the line. But if I, let's say, minimize this, we have an option over here. Just a minute. Yeah. So over here also we have a type a keyword option. So if I type over here line option and I give enter, now what happens is that it searches in the AutoCAD web help option. Okay, from the internet, using internet, it searches for the line. So these are two type of different ways to search. One is to search for the complete AutoCAD, and one is to do search for the help option. So over here from the help you can directly type over here, and you can see type a keyword or phrase. So if I say arc and give enter, so it gives me everything related to the arc that is available for Autodesk AutoCAD 2020. So to work with arc, about arc, what is the arc command, everything it gives me over here. So you can click on arc command and it can give you more options. So if you enter without specifying a point, and all this information you get over here from the help center. So this is your help center. Now coming over here, you have ribbon, and these are your ribbon palette. Okay, so in this palette you can see draw tools, modify tools, annotation tools, layer tools, block, properties, groups, utilities, clipboard option, view options. Okay, if you go to the next insert, you can see more block definition, references. Mostly in the home button you'll be finding some instances of everything. Okay, so let's take for annotation, Actually, most of the things are available over here only for the annotation that will be used frequently. Okay, whatever you're going to use frequently are available over here. Let's say text dimensions. Okay, over here also linear dimensions. So if I go to annotate, more options are available over here, but some part of these options are already available on the home screen that you might be using more. Okay, so annotate, then parametric is there. Now this parametric, we are going to see what is parametric when we learn about dynamic blocks. Okay, I don't know how many of you might have learned about dynamic blocks, but we'll be seeing what are dynamic blocks. So they are parametric, and they will be working like a base to understand what are families in Revit, parametric families in Revit. So we'll be doing over here, and that will help you to understand the things that how AutoCAD is very backwards, or Revit is superior as compared to Revit. Sorry, Revit is superior as compared to AutoCAD. So we have view options over here, manage. Okay, what is a record and all this. We'll see what is action recorded. Just a glimpse of it, how it works. So after that, add-ins, if you are having collaborate options, all these things. Mostly we'll be working on this home palette only. So about this, you can just place it anywhere or you can get it outside also. So what happens is that some of the people continuously work on this. So what they do is they just put it over here, take a line, place it, escape, circle, that's it. So many people don't work using the shortcuts, they work using the mouse cursors only, and they pick the commands from here. So that is why they may arrange according to their working style workflow. They may arrange these things according to what they feel better. So these are your dockable tiles. So ribbon palette over here that you are having is dockable. You can dock it anywhere. Okay, you can just have it anywhere. So that is why dockable we are saying. And if you wanted to go back, so you can see over here return panels to ribbon option. Okay, so just click on this return panels to, and you can see it goes back to its original position where it was before. Or you can have this change draw to over here to the center also if you are using frequently from here. After that, you have file tabs option. Now if you are not able to see any file tabs over here for yourself, what you are going to do is you are going to go to the view option, and over here you have file tabs. So if this is disabled, you cannot see the file tabs. Okay, you have to enable the file tabs option, and then only you can see it. So click on this enable file tab, and then only you can see file tabs. Now what file tabs show you is whatever the different projects are open over here. So you can have in AutoCAD multiple projects open at the same time. There are certain softwares which cannot allow you to have multiple projects open at a single time. So they say that only one project should be open at a single time in a single window. So over here, if this is AutoCAD single window, in this you can have multiple open. But let's say ArchiCAD is there. In ArchiCAD, you cannot have this file tabs option. You cannot switch between this whatever your models are there this much. Okay, so if I give plus, you can see over here a new file is created, and I can work on this simultaneously. I can copy things from one to other. Okay, all these things I can do simultaneously. So that is your file tabs option. After that, this is your workspace. Okay, whatever you see over here in between, this is known as your workspace. So in this, or you can say model space as well. Okay, instead of workspace, I'll say model space, where you are going to create whatever you want. So in that model space, the first thing that you see at the corners is your viewport controls. So if I go to viewport configuration list, I have how I want my viewports to look. So let's say 3 below, 3 horizontal, 4 equal. So you can see 4 equal viewports. And this viewports I can change from which side I am looking at it. So you can see I can look at this from a 3D view also. So different viewports we can have different configuration. Okay, is this clear? Any doubts up till here? Anyone has?
Yes, clear.
Sir, can you repeat this last one?
The viewport option?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you over here now, we have maximize viewport. See, this minus sign will be there. It's, let's say I come over here single. when I'm in the single viewport and I'm in the top view. So click on this minus symbol and we have a viewport configuration list. In this, it asks that how many viewports you want visible at a time. So if you want two vertical, two horizontal, three right, three left. So if I go three left, you can see over here one on the left and over here two options. So this kind of things are there. So if you come over here, let's say three below. So you can see two are above and one is below. So this is three below option. So this kind of different options are available to have the viewport. Okay. So four right. So you can see three on the right and one on the left. So these options are available for you. And in this viewports, what is there is that these are the same windows. Whatever you see over here, I can see in this also. So if I zoom in, you can see the same thing. If I double click over here, now you can see this viewports are active. This blue line determines that which viewport is active. So if I click on this viewport is active. So these are your viewports, but you can change how you are looking at it. So the objects are the same, but the way of looking it at you can change. So if I come over here and let's say I want to look in a 3D view, so you can view this in a 3D view as well. Okay, so from whichever direction you want. So these are working methodologies. If you are working in 3D, mostly we have different kinds of viewing ways. Okay, so let's say I'm creating a box. I'll just show you a 3D box I'm creating. Okay, so in this view, it looks as a rectangle. In this 3D view, it looks as a complete box. Okay, is this clear? You're getting the point? If this view I want to view something else only, so I can view from front. Let's say I'm viewing from the front side. You can see over here front. Now from front also it looks as a rectangle. If I make the changes to this, so if I am increasing its height, so you can see over here the height is increasing in the above below frame. You can see the height is increasing. Okay, or if I am increasing the length, you can see in three places it is increasing. This is from the front view, this is from the top view, it is increasing over here. So this is the same thing you are viewing, but with different angles. You can just see them. It helps you to create 3D objects mostly, not for the 2D, but mostly for the 3D itself.
The viewport is all about seeing something through different angles.
Yeah, right. So
Okay,
the
thank you, sir.
model space is same. Okay, the model space is same.
Okay.
The same model space we are viewing with different angles. If you want to view from the
Okay.
same angle also, you can view from the same. It is not compulsion that you should view from different angles. Now if I click on this plus sign and view over here, we have a configure as well. So instead of using this, click on configure. Now you can choose which view you want to have from which side. So I can say, let's say four left, four equal I want. So in the first one, let's say what I want. So you have to select, okay. You can see over here, I'm selecting. So the first top one that I am having, the corner one, let's say I want it to be display. So it should be 2D or 3D. So you can see over here, it changes. So you can see IC isometric. This is front view, this is top view, this is right view. Okay, you can see over here. Now let's say I want to customize this to top. So I'll say this is top and this is I want to be seen from the right side. I want to look. So right side. So this is what I have configured. You can give your name also, new name. So let's say our batch is Phoenix. So let's give Phoenix. Click on OK. Now you can see over here, this is our top view. This is our SE isometric view, that is southeast view. This is your right view. Can you see over here right? And this is your front view. Now if I create a box over here, just how it works. Box is a 3D object. So box, and I can view the height. Now in the top view, I cannot view the height of the object. But in this view, can you see? I can view the height, how it is going above. So this is the thing why we need different viewports to work on. And you can maximize one of this. So let's say I select this, come over here plus sign and say maximize viewport. So only this viewport has been maximized over here, and I can make these changes. I can go again back to top as well. So this is first as your view controls. Okay, so after that you have a view controls option. Sorry, this first was your viewport controls. This is your view controls option. Now in this view controls, actually you can change top, bottom, all these things, but there is an different changes that we'll be discussing at the time of 3D, because changing the things from view cube is different than changing the things from here. Okay, if I change it from here, of course you see that if I go to front, it shows front over here, no problem with that. But when I change from here, actually if I say front, what actually happens is that your XY changes. Okay, your UCS system changes. So we have to learn a lot about this. What is UCS, WCS? Then we'll come and discuss what are the difference between changing the views from view cube and changing the views from here. Until that, keep it as top only. At the time of 3D, when we'll start with the 3D basics, we'll be seeing what are the differences over here. After that, we have something called as, just make a box over here, and I'll go to 3D view. Now over here we have certain options. So conceptual, hidden, realistic, shaded. So what are these options? So that is known as your visual style controls. Mostly never work on realistic because it consumes a lot of graphics and your processing system. So never turn on realistic and work on it. Okay, it will be taking your lot of graphics and the processing system as well. So always try to work on either 2D wireframe or on the shaded. Rest are like, you can have shades of gray. You can see over here different shades of gray we can have. So you can see a pop-up you get immediately. So that is your 3D display performance and all these options. But over here you can have sketchy. So if you zoom in, you can see some type of like the sketchy lines are there. So these are your visual style control options. Mostly, as I said, work on 2D wireframe or shaded. Okay, shaded with edges shows you the edges, and if you just come over here and say shaded, you don't get a edges over there. So that's the difference. Simple things are the X-ray option. You can see whatever the lines are in the background as well. You can see that is your X-ray option. Coming back over here, 2D wireframe. I'll just simply delete this and I'll come back to top view. Now, as I told you, this is your view cube. In this view cube, you can just view different things from different angles. So over here, you can see if I go to 3D view, front view, side views. Okay, these are the options. So you can go to the west, south, east, north. Okay, so you have north, west, south, east also, and top, left, front, back. Okay, all these options, and bottom as well. So view cube has 6 sides. So a cube has a 6 sides, so we are having 6 views in this. And again, the different views are like west and south in between, so left and front in between part. So edges are there. You can have the views from corners also. So corners are different, and over here edges are different. Okay, so you can see over here points, that is your vertices, are 8 for a cube. So 8 corner vertices views you can have. Again, then edges are there, so you can again have for the edges, that is your, how many views you can have? Can anyone tell me how many edges are there in a cube?
Three.
Yeah,
12.
yeah, 12 edges you are having. So 12 edges views also you can have. So over here you can see these are your edges that you are having for your cube. So like this way you can have different views. And of course, if you hold shift and hold the scroll button, you can just orbit over here. Okay, and you can view from any angle that you want. After that, over here it shows that is it a WCS system or a new UCS system. Now what is WCS and UCS, you might be seeing in tomorrow's or day after tomorrow's lecture. We'll be seeing what is UCS system and WCS. So So WCS is World Coordinate System and UCS is User Coordinate System. But we have to go much into the depth of it to understand what are the coordinate systems over here. After that, we are having is a navigation bar. Now if I go to top view, we get over here navigation bar. Now whatever things are available in the navigation bar can be done with the help of the mouse and your keyboard buttons as well. So the first thing is orbit. So if I click over here orbit, you can see I am into a orbit mode right now. What we were doing before with the help of shift and scroll button. This is your orbit. After that you have pan option. So you can pan this. This pan can be done with the help of your scroll button clicking also. So just click your scroll button and you can pan. We have zoom. So you can see over here. Now zooming can be done with the help of scroll button. So up scroll, scroll forward, you are zooming in. Scroll backward, you are zooming out. As I told, everything can be done except this rewind and all these options. So rewind is going back to whatever views you were in. You can see over here the rewind tool option. So we are just going back over here to rewind. After that you have up and down. So if you want to move up or you want to move down to bottom, you can see over here. Now this doesn't look top or bottom. If you go to front, you can easily understand up or down. So you can see top and you can see bottom. Okay, these are the views. After that we have center. So no, right now we don't have any center object, so we'll see that later on. And we have a look option. So there is a difference between look option and difference between whatever your orbit option is there. So look can be your rotate option also. In the look option, what happens is that your position is stable and you're looking around. Let's say you are surrounded by certain kind of buildings. Your position is at the center and you're looking around. So that is called as looking around. But when you orbit, orbit is that your position where you're looking is perfectly over there only. It does not change, but you change yourself. That is what is orbit. Okay, so that is the difference between your orbit and your look option. So this is what we have in the navigation command. The same thing you can see over here, pan option. So you can just pan around. After that zoom option is there. So zoom whatever extents are there, and there are different kinds of zoom. If I just drop down this, you can see all the types of zooms over here. So zoom out, you can see over here at certain kind of distance it has been zoom out. After that orbit options. So you can see over here, you can just simply orbit. And then you are having a show motion. Show motion is like provides an on-screen display for creating and playing back whatever cinematic camera is there. So you won't be looking into this because this is more like and showing an image for the animation. And this mostly this will be covering in Enscape how we can display the camera motion and make the videos of whatever object we are creating. Okay, so this is about your navigation toolbar. So this is known as your navigation toolbar. Of course you can turn this on or off from here. So you can see navigation toolbar is gone and you have got it. It is inside view options. Again I will go to top. Now in the model space you are having this XY option. This is known as your UCS icon. So if I disable over here, you can see UCS icon is not there, and if I click on this it is enabled and this is your UCS. Similarly view cube you can turn on and off from here. Okay, so this is your UCS icon which indicates currently at the WCS, that is your world coordinate system. So it says that at 0,0,0 your UCS system has been placed. As I told you, when we'll be doing coordinate system I'll go much into the detail of this. After that we are having a tabs over here. These are your layout tabs. So you can see layout 1, layout 2, model. Now remember that model space is a space which is infinite. Okay, there is no limit to this space. you can just go on creating and creating. So if I'm moving to the right, you can see I can just go on moving towards right. There is no end to it. To show you an example like infinite, I'll just draw a construction line. So if I zoom out and out and out, can you see the line is never ending? So as such, model space is also never ending. It is just going on and on and on. Okay. So this is how it works. This is known as model space. But your layout tabs is known as paper space. Now this paper space is finite. Okay. It is limited. It does not have infinite over here. So this is limited, and that can be depending on you. So the sizes of the sheets might be there, A1, A2, A3, A4. This all things are taken inside it. Okay. So that is known as your paper space or finite space, you can see in this. So this is your paper space. After that, we are having over here is a command prompt. So command prompt, why I call it a command prompt, because if you're going to do certain kind of command or certain thing, so if I am going to do line option, I'm going to create a line. So it prompts me that specify first point. So I click on first point. Now it says me that specify next point. So I'm picking on next point. Okay. Now it says that go on continue like this. Or if I'm going to create a circle, it says that specify center point for circle. Okay. Or it tells me what are the different other options available for you. So this is what your command prompt does. It gives you information what you have to do next, or whatever values you input, that also it has a record. So if I click on this, you can see command history. Whatever you have done up till now, this is known as command history. Whatever you're doing. So you can see I gave command circle, you can see circle. If I give a specify first point, I give command line option. All this is recorded over here. So you can see in this command history. This is known as command history. After that, the last this is command prompt command line, and if you drop down this over here, you get a command history option. Now after that, you have a status bar. So this is known as a status bar. Now this status bar can be customized from here. So there's three lines you can click, and you can see over here the customization options. So whatever things you enable over here, you can see. So if I don't want snap mode, I don't want grid, I don't want polar tracking, isometric drafting, I don't want this thing. So that can be removed, or you can see over here are being added. Okay. So this is how status bar works. We'll see what are the different things available over here. The first thing you can see, if I'm hovering, you can see the coordinates over here. So X and Y coordinates are moving. Of course, the Z is not moving. We are in the Z0 right now, whatever the space we are having. Okay. I hope this is clear to everyone. Any questions or any doubts up till here?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll continue with this. So the last things remaining for us is if you right click, you get certain kind of options in this. What are these options we'll be seeing? Okay, tomorrow. And after
Sir,
that,
can you
yes,
repeat the AutoCAD template format .wt?
yeah, dot DWT.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So after you right click on this space, you get certain kind of options over here. We have to look what are these options. Okay. We have to look what is an action recorder, how it works. So just a simple explanation of it. What is the working procedure for it? Not too much into the depth. Many people don't use it, but I think you should have the knowledge. What is it? Okay. So this is what we are going to see. Then if you click over here, you get this blue boxes of selection, and you get a green boxes of selection. So what are this window selection options and partial selections option? So that we'll be seeing tomorrow. Okay. And then we'll see start with your UCS and WCS system. That is very much important. So we'll be starting with the coordinate system tomorrow. Now let me take your attendance. After that, yeah, one more thing I want to tell you. We'll be having we have a procedure that we have an individual call. So after the class, I'll be making one of the students wait and I'll be having an individual interaction. If you are facing any problems or you want to say something personally, individually, we can have a chat on that. Okay. So after every class, mostly after every classes, I'll be making someone wait for the individual call. I hope this is clear.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So let me just stop the recording and take your attention.